welcome back to this mini series.
Sinead and Gemma say too much.
Woo! No, I'm dying at us. No, when I sit back, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm doming.
Yeah, you need to watch that ab separation.
My abs have already separated, and they were separating from the very beginning, but yeah, it's so weird. But anyway.
How are you feeling after last week's episode?
Oh, I'm delighted. Well, it was only out last night in this podcast recording.
Yeah.
So we were very stressed about getting it out, weren't we?
Yes, a few technical difficulties.
We had a few technical difficulties because we have really shit Wi-Fi in my house, but we just upgraded last night. So guys will be better at having it out faster.
We're learning on the go.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Because I'm obviously used to being an open book.
Do you know what? I actually feel really good. Surprisingly, I was really nervous prior to it coming out. Now I just feel like I got flooded with so many nice messages from people of support and thanks for sharing and being so open about the whole journey and everything. So that made me feel really comfortable and confident in coming back on again.
It's really nice when people are like going through the same thing. And one thing about being pregnant is that so many women are on my Instagram who also can relate. So like every little thing that I put up, people are replying. And I'm like, oh my God, you forget that every woman on this page
has give birth or is gearing up to give birth or get pregnant. I know. We're all on the same journey.
We're all on this journey, guys. But we are going to dive into our hormones and hot takes. So we're trying to figure out, we have hormones and hot takes.
Yes.
And we have cravings, crack, and confessions. So that's where yous come in with your cravings, your crack, and your confessions. But we're going to have a little bit of pregnancy, a little bit of life updates, and hopefully a little bit of learning.
Learn it.
She's like, fuck's sake. I'm
like learning to a minimum. No money joking.
Yeah. It's what's funny is because we're kind of opposites in terms of like I'm a self-development girly and you're like, she need to get that away from me.
No, don't get me wrong. I do love it, just not to the same extent, I would say. I'm more go with the flow.
Yeah. No, you're just not as interested into like this like psychology books like me. It's my interest.
Yeah.
But that's because I didn't know anything about myself for such a long period of time, and then I just learned, and then I was like,
figuring it all out.
Diving into hormones and hot takes. Wish we had a wee song. Hormones and hot takes. It's kind of come in really, really hot today because if you've been following me or you know, like we all know that I'd be complaining of my pregnancy. It hasn't been the easiest of journeys as a pregnant person, which I do feel guilty about complaining because obviously I am blessed.
No, I know.
Another thing.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I can't come on and talk about how I'm dealing with it that much. I can just complain to you because I don't want to
trigger people.
Yeah, and it's not even that I don't want to trigger people. I just don't want people to think that like I'm ungrateful for the experience of growing a baby. I'm just obviously having a very hard, difficult pregnancy.
I would say you're just having a hard time adjusting to things. Would you say that?
Adjusting to the pelvic girdle pain?
Yeah.
No, I just feel like, I don't know, because some people are like, I don't have any symptoms, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like I feel like I'm going to cope over every minute of every day, and I feel like I'm gonna like die of exhaustion and like it's like drained out of me. It's kind of like reminds me of, you know, whenever you go for like a really, really long run or like you did run half a marathon but I didn't feel properly. It's not the day that
you're weak.
It's not the day that you do the marathon. It's like the week after whenever you haven't fueled and you're like, oh my God, I feel lightheaded. Like that's kind of like the exhaustion that I would explain it. We're gonna dive into pregnancy symptoms that we
experienced.
I think we're gonna have to start with what happened to me last night.
Okay, yeah, because that was a wee bit chaotic for you. She thought she was going into labour, guys.
Thought I was going to no, right? And you girls have wrote back to me about the same thing. So obviously these leg cramps. In Bali, I had this crazy leg cramp where it took me out of my bed, and I thought someone was dragging me out of my bed, and I was screaming in my room at 3 a.m. on my own, and I was thinking if somebody was next door to me, they'd probably think I'm getting murdered in here.
Oh my God.
And I was like screaming, had this crazy leg cramp, and I've been getting these other things like lockjaw and just cramps, but like that big leg cramp hadn't came until again last night. So last night I was dreaming, I remember it so vividly, that I was walking down the aisle And I was actually walking down the aisle to the place where
This
I'm
is
looking at the
also
minute.
linked into wedding dreams, you know.
What, wedding dreams?
Wedding dreams are crazy.
Well,
Well,
like,
like
is
up
it-
to my wedding, I was having mental dreams.
Like everything was going to go wrong.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Random things.
That happens to me on
No
show
hair,
days.
no makeup, no nothing.
I'm naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walking up the aisle. Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
to put the dress on.
Yeah, but in school, like when you have exams and stuff, don't you have stuff like that as well?
Yeah.
So the leg cramp, I was dreaming that I was walking down the aisle in the venue that I was obviously looking at yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I was walking down the aisle and I dreamt that my two legs were broken, and they're broke, and I was on the ground screaming, crying. But obviously then I woke up and I was having the leg cramps of complete terror, and I was screaming. I was going, and like Sam was trying to like hold me, and I was like moving his hand like that, but it was like not that I wanted that. I was slapping his hand away, because I was in so much pain, and I was like screaming, crying, whimpering, and had to stand up and walk about, and like that was at. Like that's the thing, right? Why don't you get a leg cramp in the middle of the day? Why do I have to get a 3:30? Got it at the exact same time last time, 3:30 in the morning.
Like witching hour.
Oh yeah, that's like a baby thing as well when the babies come out.
Maybe it's your body prepping yourself for all the early rises and middle of the night.
Do you know what's really annoying? That's what the midwife said, and I goes, "Oh really? So we don't? So us pregnant women don't have enough to worry about that? You want to give us a massive leg cramp to prepare for the screaming child that we're going to be looking after?"
Well, maybe that's what it is.
Nah. I am like,
Well, that or dehydration and lack of magnesium, but you need to up those.
babes, upped.
Sip it up.
All I do is drink water and have magnesium and potassium.
Pee every hour of the day, every 20 minutes, I think we're being.
Yeah, we are paying a lot. I'm paying a lot, to be fair, and I'm waddling.
She's got the waddle.
Oh,
walk
guys,
now.
it's really unattractive. I actually was so bad this morning, wasn't we? We went for a walk.
The girls actually said it to her this morning. Like, that's the first time you've really looked pregnant. Like, you've got the waddle walk now.
I am walking like a jock because it feels like the baby's at my nunai and it's about to come out. It feels like it's
Trying to escape.
Yeah, like, so obviously the baby's obviously really low.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to find the exit, to be honest.
He's been trying to find the exit since the very start because there's a lot of pressure down there, and it's honestly, everything is huge. If there's a freckle down there, it's the size of like that now.
Stretched out.
Yeah, it's rotten. Anyway, right. Can you go with your symptoms, please? Because mine are just chaos. No, it's not normal. Like, you wait till you get your freckle turned into, I don't know, like Mount Rushmore. Is that a thing? What the fuck? Sounds like, I'm like, turn the lights off. I really hope he doesn't listen to this. He actually
like a
does.
crater in the moon.
Yeah. No, it's rotten.
My hormones this week, I feel like I've just been really, really emotional. Whenever I am going to cry, I'm hysterical. And whenever I'm happy, I am crying with laughter. Like really heightened emotions.
Right, yeah.
That's how I feel this week. And I've been, like a bit nauseous. But other than that, I had shared the trick of the sour sweets. So many people wrote back to me saying that the sour, it does something, it like tricks your brain.
What? When you're nauseous?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that not like the ginger and people tell you to eat the ginger stuff?
Yeah, but I don't know. The ginger doesn't really work for me. Like, I've tried the ginger, it doesn't really work. But the sour sweets or sour candies really, really work, like do a trick. I don't know what the science is behind it. I think it's like this extra saliva in your mouth.
Not one thing helped my nausea. There wasn't. They gave me medication, and I remember taking it, and that full day I'd taken one every morning, lunch, dinner, whatever. And I remember just not feeling one bit better.
Waiting for it to lift.
And I remember thinking, no, this is going to be it. And I was only at 6.5 weeks, and I was like, yeah, this is me, strap in.
Oh my God.
And the tablets didn't work.
Whereas I kind of, like, I was fine with the nausea in the beginning. Well, I didn't really
vomiting though.
Yeah, I was vomiting, but like I would have vomited and the nausea would have left me.
I know that didn't happen to me. I would vomit and I would still be.
Yeah, so I would have been sick, but it would have been, and it would have just come on me all of a sudden, like driving home from dinner one night with our friends. Oh my goodness, I could not get out of the car quick enough. I projectile vomit.
Yeah, you were projectiling.
Yeah, but other than that, the nausea would leave me, and then I would have a bit of relief for a while. Whereas on the weekend gone, I felt like I just had it all weekend as if I was just hungover.
Yeah, that's the thing as well about when you go to events and everyone's like, oh, like you get to wake up not hungover, and I wake up probably just as hungover as you.
Yeah, because also you're drinking all the alternatives. You're drinking these mocktails. Well, in my case, I definitely was whenever I was hiding the pregnancy out with our friends. I would have been getting these mocktails and they're full of sugar. So the sugar crash the next day, I would have took a hangover any day of the week. And the tiredness. But then I think that that's what most of your hangover comes from.
The tiredness?
The sugar and the tiredness.
I have been exhausted from the get-go, but I also, my tiredness in the first trimester was crazy. When we went on holidays, me and Sam, I was in bed at 6 o'clock and I was sleeping right through for like 13 hours. It was not wise.
Yeah.
Like you were sleeping during the day.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep during the day, but
I was, but then I'm able to nap and you're not.
I can't.
You're not. She's not really a napper. She'd just go to bed early, whereas I can lie down and just fall asleep anywhere, anytime, any place, in a car, on a bus, anywhere, on a plane.
But I just think that's mental to me, that somebody could just close their eyes and just fall asleep during the day, because if I close my eyes during the day, I'd have a million thoughts.
Yeah, I don't know. It just turns off.
It's an ADHD thing now.
Yeah.
That's what the psychiatrist says. Because the same as I go to bed, if I go to bed with like nothing to watch or nothing to listen to or whatever, I will have a million business ideas, and I get so excited about the business ideas that like my adrenaline goes, and then like I can't sleep, and it's like an hour later. Whereas if I watch like Friends, I just drift off and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like my thing.
Right, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. The ones that like we didn't expect to happen.
Oh, at the very start, I'm going to say when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks, obviously my body, well, if you listen to the last podcast, my body wasn't producing progesterone. So whenever I had high levels of progesterone, then the farts, the progesterone farts, the gas, the wind was insane. Myself and Nell would have went for fart walks after dinner because it wasn't well. And I was like, nothing can help my tummy. This is not normal. Thank goodness it's settled now in the second trimester. But that like gas and bloating and just the farts were not well.
Do you remember I was lying on the floor in Sarah's house? Because I had my gas, and I was like, I'm going to the emergency room. I'm being such a complainer.
Yeah. I was, you were actually like, oh my God, I'm going to collapse.
I'm going to collapse. I'm not well. I can't even, I was really in the pits. I thought that I was going to the A&E because I couldn't get the gas out. It was like stuck.
Yeah. And then also you have the constipation. Like I think that's really, the progesterone slows your whole digestion and everything. So you have constipation, and I would be drinking the prune juice, eating the kiwis.
But then you got the oxy powder and all changed.
Yeah.
So I live on oxy powder. I have bowel issues all my entire life, and I have a thing called a megacolon. So I have a large colon. So basically I have to take my stuff to make me go to the toilet. But oxy powder is the one. I don't know if you can get it in Australia or at home, but it's just basically magnesium oxide and and citric acid, and it just produces oxygen in your bowel and pushes everything. That has completely changed my quality of life.
Yeah, and in your pregnancy as well.
Yeah, and you can take it when you're pregnant. So, because you can't take most of the stuff that I usually take. And then the most obvious one, the babies.
The boobies. The boobies were probably my first.
Babes, look at yours today. Oh my God.
They're not well, guys. I hope that turn the video off. They're just crazy. But you know what's even funny? Before I had announced my pregnancy, people were writing to me on Instagram, have you gotten a boob job? And obviously I hadn't, but I was trying to conceal this pregnancy, and I was like, it's given away. People know, they know that I could see them sending it on to people. I was like,
you could see how many shares. Yeah, same with mine, with my boobs. Anytime my boobs were out, it was getting like 100 shares, and I was like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I'm trying to surprise you all.
No. Mine was that one that I had to do an ad reel for Bellamenta, and honestly, that was like a few days before.
There was no concealing.
There was no concealing it. And I was like, right, I need to get this pregnancy out in the open because I can't actually hide this anymore for content work. So
the one thing that I didn't know about the boobs is that the boobs get darker and the areola grows. Yeah. And obviously mine have somehow been on the world record for the biggest areola. Because I was just assuming that Gemma would just follow along and we would have the same. And I'm like, why do you have cherries and I have pepperonis? But like, extra large pepperoni. And I'm not even joking, like
2 big saucers.
with sausages hanging out them. Like it's honestly, and every time I touch it, it's like it's getting wanked off. And it's getting harder. You could put a Christmas decoration on it. I swear to God.
We need to kill the video and keep the audio and try out the Christmas decoration.
Oh, me and Sam have tried it.
Did you?
Yeah, like you can put something on my nipple. Like it is, like if you actually give it a wee wank.
Do you know?
If you actually give the nipple like a wee wank.
Stop saying wank.
Why? Wee wank.
There's something wrong if your child cannot find your nipples.
It's actually crazy. They're actually like black. They're actually, and every night, right, when I go to bed, me and Sam look at each other and I take off my bra and we go, what the fuck? Every day. And I look in the mirror and I go, and I just like, they're just hanging down. And then I'm like, and he goes, I don't know. I don't know what you want me to say. He's not a boob man. So.
Yeah, he's not enjoying it.
It's not that he's not enjoying it. He just, like, he's confused.
He's like, give me them back to normal.
No, he's just a bit confused.
Okay.
Like, you know the way now it's like, yes, give me the boobs.
Yeah.
And Sam's not like, oh, juicy boobs. He's he's kind of just like, God, that's mad.
I like turned.
Yeah. Not turned. God.
No, this is not good for the confidence.
Okay,
That's not good. Let's
wrap it up.
Your nipples are beautiful, babes.
Thank you so much.
Your baby is going to have a fun time sucking on them, I can tell you.
So weird. Stop it. I know. And then also milk is literally comes out of them right now.
Yeah.
Milk was coming out of mine at, well, colostrum was coming out of mine at 18 weeks because it was happening in New York.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so you're going to be getting yellow crust.
I'm going to be getting yellow crusty nipples.
Yeah, it's so good picking it out.
So have you started to do that?
No, you
you're
can't
not
do
allowed
that
to
until
it
you're
yet?
36 weeks because it's like,
Can induce labour, right?
yeah,
Oh, God.
but there's plenty.
Guys, I can't even think.
colostrum.
Like, I'm just like, oh my goodness, the more this podcast goes on, the closer to birth it will be, the scarier it's going to be.
Babes, I'm ready to rock.
I know you're ready to rock.
Well, I'm not really. I'm 31 weeks. What are you now?
17. Yeah.
Yeah.
17 weeks.
So you're just I'm in slowing down and you're kind of going into your
Yeah.
glow.
Do you know what? I am in give me the bump because I am in the in-betweeny stage. It's annoying because nothing in my wardrobe fits me. I had to go and buy a whole load of new clothes, basically a pair of trousers that I found and just bought them in every colour. Elasticated.
Cotton on.
Glasses. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just at that point of it's kind of a bit triggering to look at yourself in the mirror because you're like, who owns this body? It's just changing rapidly.
And like people don't know you're pregnant. So you're just like,
Yeah.
are people just looking at me?
I know.
And it's weird because what we were talking about this before is that your body image when you're pregnant is such a weird experience because you first of all get the progesterone bloat, like you bloat out, you get all that water, get all the crazy water retention. And it's so funny because like, you know, I don't know, all our friends have body image issues, don't we? Like there's always body image, especially I think it's an Irish thing.
I think everybody has something that they pick over on their own selves. I don't think
Yeah.
you know, I don't think it's a strange thing to say that everybody
Has their
would have
own-
something.
yeah.
Everybody has their own wee thing.
And I think our generation really like will always struggle with body image issues because we just grew up on that like fitness Instagram stage, and
Yeah.
then we're kind of trying to grow out of that body image issues. But anyway, I thought that I was always not over my body image issues, but like a really acceptance of myself and who I was and where I was, and just really accepting my body. But when I became pregnant and obviously had no control, I was starting to think, I remember writing in my journal being like, am I over my body image issues, or did I just have complete control over my body looked at all times?
Yeah, I know what you mean. because you had...
If you felt like shit, you could sort it out.
Yeah, or like if you overindulge for a lot of weeks, you can, you know, when to pull the reins back in. Whereas this is, and the thing is, right, you're so grateful to be pregnant, and you just always remind yourself, I'm growing this amazing human. And in the sort of first and second trimester, I just feel like you're still coming to terms that you're even pregnant. So you're just like, right, give me the bump now and let me feel and look pregnant.
Yeah, because I said to her, I was like, what she was going through, she's like, oh, I just feel like, oh, I don't fit into my clothes. And I was like, no, I felt the exact same, felt horrible, couldn't fit into my clothes, like was worried about like how I was being perceived on the outside, because obviously then when you get your bump, you're like, everyone's like, oh, your bump, you're pregnant, and like they want to touch it and like whatever. But then I said to her, I was like, when you do actually get that big bump, like the big bump, the bump, then you feel better in your body image. But then what about mom butt? Remember I said that on my Instagram, and everyone was like, mom butt is a real thing because you're used to just pushing it out.
What do you mean?
But we did our muscle stage.
We've been doing the dead bugs and all the bits.
No, we didn't do the dead bugs. Remember, I wasn't allowed to do them because of the thing. I did them at the start and then they told me not to do it.
Oh,
we're doing the bird dogs.
That's what I was.
We're doing the bird dogs. But are we doing Kegels?
We are doing the Kegels. We are.
Babes, we're meant to be doing them every day. We've
Go
done
do them right now, and squeeze in and out, in and out, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't even hold it.
And
so
out.
I'm a 2 out of 5. My physio says, and
well, that's why we need to train the Kegels.
So also, guys, and Gemma, something I didn't know happened is when you have your appointment with your pelvic physio and they give you a pelvic exam, they finger you. And like, my friend's a pelvic physio, and I would turn around to her and I goes, do you finger people all day? And she's like, yeah. And I goes, I remember being in there and she's like, right, I'm going to give you a pelvic. And I goes, what does that mean? She goes, well, I'm just going to insert my finger. And I goes, you can put your fingers inside my vagina right now. And I was like, I need to go home and have a shower before you do that. Like, what do you mean?
You weren't prepared.
I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
Like, did you, when I told you that, were you like, what the fuck?
No, I wasn't expecting it. I knew you were going for the pelvic floor appointment.
Yeah.
But I just kind of felt like she was going to talk you through some exercises to do. I didn't think she was going to finger, you know.
It's the most action I've got all fucking pregnancy.
You were welcoming it. You were like, can I book in another appointment?
Like, oh, wow, okay. And it's so funny because she like actually massages you. And I'm like, oh,
you got warmed up.
I got warmed up. I was like, what if people do get excited? Like, it's so weird.
You're like, I'll be back next Tuesday at lunchtime.
I was like, can I bring my partner? Like, it could be cute. Sam was like, what the fuck? I text Sam and I was like, I've just been fingered.
The things that you have to go through now, the dignity will be at the door.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that because I've had endo and I've had to get that thing up my up so many times. The ultrasounds.
Oh, the big probe.
Yeah.
That they put the condom over and then they shove it up.
Sam's face the first time I got that done was so funny. He was like, and I'm like, oh, that's my friend. I know that well because I've been in there for cis, for fucking everything. Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah.
I just seen them come on with the condom. Where's that going?
Interesting. Lovely. Anyway, where were we? Have we done all our symptoms that were weird? Or my metal taste?
You had a metal taste and I had a sweet taste. Sometimes water would have tasted sweet to me. I would have said it in front of Nell and been like, what is going on with that? And he'd have just said, pregnancy. And everything tasted disgusting. Yeah. I couldn't eat chicken or meat or mince or food aversions. He hated coffee, he hated tea. You hated tea, which was so weird. I hated tea. And guys, pre-pregnancy, I'd have drank 10 cups of tea a day. That is not an exaggeration, by the way. That is legit. We are the tea gals. The tea gals. Our group name is the Three Teas. Yeah. Yeah. And I just went off it. Completely went off it. Now I'm back on it. I'm not back to 10 cups a day. At maybe at a push have 2 cups of tea, and that's at a push.
I'd love a cup of tea right now.
I would love one right now. Should we pause and make one?
No, we can't pause. We have to keep going. Just interrupting this podcast to talk about our sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform that I have been using for 6 years now. And it has been helping me on my journey to a mother, and me and Gemma's. You're here too. Yes. You can be in the advert now too.
Oh my God, hi guys.
Yeah, but you did have a little stint of therapy just before you got pregnant, didn't you?
So I did. Therapy is amazing, guys, and if you're going through absolutely anything in your lives right now, I would recommend that you sign up with Sinead's code and get yourself onto the BetterHelp platform.
Yeah. You can get 10% off your first month with betterhelp.com/Sinead. That is betterhelp.com/Sinead. What's your hot take for the week?
What was my hot take for the week?
My hot take. What are we going?
Sorry. Yeah,
you do yours.
Well, I was just going to say about the boring fake margaritas that we got. Like, why has somebody not invented really nice non-alcoholic margaritas?
I know, babes, but you know what? So when you get to my stage, you can't even be arsed. You're just like, what's the point? So I really enjoy smelling wine though. That's kind of my thing. I like to smell it.
We had a barbecue on the weekend with the boys and done a bit of a nesting party, and the boys were drinking bottles of Pinot Noir red wine. I could have choked for one, and I got me and Sinead these non-alcoholic margaritas, and they were -2 out of 10. They were fizzy and everything.
I think they were all right.
No, babes, they were not good.
You know me though, I don't drink very fizzy things, so it was like a treat for me.
Yeah, but also there were no sugar and stuff, which that's amazing. I was going for that anyway. But I would just love somebody to make me like a really nice non-alcoholic cocktail.
They're drinking wine and they're having medium rare steak, and we're eating well done steak and a fizzy drink.
It's like a kid's party.
What the fuck? One thing this has really taught me this pregnancy is that I'll never be sober.
No, you'll have a wee wine. So you know, that's what I actually probably miss the most. A wee glass of wine with dinner, or like the sunset barbecue, or a wee cocktail.
Well, babe, it's like I think you probably needed to get pregnant because you were off the rails there for a while.
No.
There was a point where I was like, Gemma, I think we need to rein it in here.
I know.
Do you remember I came home and you were loaded on the sofa?
Yes, I was.
And I was like, hi.
I had been through, I'd done 2 months sober and doing all the right things, obviously. She did like the perfect fertility thing, and then you get to the stage where you're like, fuck this I need a drink. Yeah, so Niall had just gone to bed, though it did look really bad. It looked as if I was sitting on my own drinking a bottle of wine. I wasn't, but I did, because you did, yeah. I was like to him, just have a glass, but that was only really for. It was only really for whenever I just came back, and that was it. Yeah. And I just was like, I just need a minute and a break from all this shite, because it's a lot. It's a lot in your mental health. It's a lot in your physical health. It's a lot in everything. That
reminds me of Christmas last year. Obviously, I had the miscarriage, was pregnant for the 8-9 weeks, and then I was like, get me a drink. And fuck this, and I went off the rails at Christmas. Drank all, Japan, was going mad, taking shots, because I was just like, I've done all of this, needed it. And I just
needed the blowout.
And I know a lot of people like that too, who are like trying to conceive or whatever, and they go through all these, no coffee, no nothing, and you're doing everything right.
You are, and you put so much stress and focus on yourself, and I'd be like, what am I doing wrong? What can I change? And you put so much pressure on your diet, even as much as your exercise. I pulled my exercise and everything right back. I was like, I'll go for slow walks. I'm trying not to stress my body. It's just crazy. It's crazy, the pressure that women put onto themselves. And then Niall, all he done was wank and duck up and see if the semen was okay.
You just said wank.
Babes, that's because you put that word in my head.
Wank. Name of the app.
We wank.
We wank,
No, but so that's all. He obviously went and done that, and his semen analysis and all came back fine. And then his lifestyle doesn't have to change.
No.
And mine, I was doing all these things, and he was even saying to me, though he was really obviously supportive at the time,
He was actually like, relax.
he was really relaxed. He's like, you can't be punishing yourself each month. Like, it's not your fault, and you need to go easy on yourself. Take everything with a pinch of salt. Whereas I became so obsessive, Googling everything, ingredients, cutting out things, not drinking coffee, just doing everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously I just needed the IVF Australia.
What do you mean? It's the meditation. She doesn't believe me. She doesn't know the power.
The power. But no, I do believe that obviously that helped my nervous system, but I also just, I'm so appreciative of my doctors and nurses in IVF Australia. Shout out. So yeah, there we go.
I haven't done my hot take of the week.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
So I think like, because we were like, oh, we want to do some pregnancy, but we want to have like some sort of like
Normality in it as well.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So like my hot take this week is like, or something that's happened this week that's good, is my digital detox.
Yes, you've been really good at that, and I am shockingly bad.
You're really
I'm actually horrendous at the minute, guys. Don't at me.
You are a bit of a scroller sometimes, but I think that's just, you still get all your shit done. Whilst I would have like not done my shit because
Just
I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
And so basically I listened to this podcast with TJ Power, and I'm reading his book now, and it was I listened to the podcast. It's like him and Jamie Lang, can't even remember. One of the girls talk about it in book club, and I actually do use Opal, which is an app that deletes your phones. Yeah. And by the way, it's free. It always prompts you to pay, but you can just do it for free. And I always did my thing from 10 till 4. Like those are my work hours, so I would have my apps off. But obviously, like, I used to use the excuse of, I want to chat to people in the morning because of the
time zone difference.
I got into this habit of scrolling in the morning. And what my biggest takeaway from the week and from doing this for 2 weeks, so I've been deleting my apps from 9 p.m. at night till 12:30 in the day, which has been perfect. And then like if I need to work more, I'll just put it on or whatever. My biggest takeaway is my relationship.
Yes.
I just feel, like the intimacy has changed and everything, because when you get up in the morning and you're just looking at dopamine, and when you go to bed and you're looking and your dopamine is getting depleted, you don't even know if you are even like feeling frisky, or you don't know if you're even like me and Sam obviously have more conversations that connect us more, and then you're like sitting in the bed and there's nothing to do, so you're actually like thinking about stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Becoming excitable.
Becoming a little bit excitable. And like, I'm like, that is something that I think has been a massive shift in my hot takes. And I feel like, especially because my first trimester, wasn't I telling you that like
You hated him.
I hated him. I was texting the girls like, is it normal to like just not like even like your partner? Not like it that way, but everything he did would annoy me, and I was like raging all the time at him or something, and like I just didn't think he understood how sick and tired I was, and I was like, not like we never fought about anything, but I remember like not having any sex drive. So then I just, which you're the opposite in your first trimester. I know, but you're horny anyway. Cornell, I don't know, like they're just not, there's animals. I don't know. Do you know? So, but then I actually read, so that's obviously really helped us. And then the second trimester, I just couldn't get enough.
You couldn't get enough of him.
I was just obsessed. And then he was doing his fucking
triathlon.
He was doing his Ironman, and he had no sex. I was like, well, no, he's back on it, and I'm like, honey,
your window is closed. You had the second trimester, and it's done.
Yeah, no, we still do it a little bit, but just mindful. But a good book as well I read was The Autonomy of Desire, because when I didn't have that desire in the first trimester, I'm such a person that like
you need the connection.
Yeah, I just worry. I'm like, and another thing actually that I noticed was a few of my friends are obviously pregnant, and they were like, oh, like they're not interested in sex or whatever. Yeah. In their pregnancy, and I goes, but are you not really worried that he'll like go elsewhere? And then that's when the penny dropped, that it was like a thing that it was like a trigger of being cheated on. Yeah. Like if he's not getting it from me, will he want it from someone else? And obviously then I spoke to him, and he was like laughing at me, like as if of course not. Yeah. So that was like a little hot take from me. It was a wee something I learned about myself that, you know, I do worry about intimacy because I think that I'm going to get cheated on.
Yeah.
But when I take it back and like you realize that it's not always not all men are like that.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you go through periods in your life that you don't have that intimacy and you go through these stretches. But the important thing is to recognize the stretch, I think, and bring it
come back to yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a hard conversation. Mm-hmm. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Because then, like, you don't want to let that go on forever.
No, because the longer it goes, the more it festers, and the more then you begin to resent them a wee bit.
Yeah, or you just let it go, and then you're roommates.
Yeah, fuck that.
And that's one of my biggest. That's one of my biggest fears. Like on my therapy, it's like one of my biggest fears to have no intimacy in my relationship, or to be like friends. I never want that.
Yeah.
So I always be like trying. So Anatomy of Desire, and I read that whenever I was panicking, but then the second trimester came, the hormones came back. But you've just been like, whatever. You're just normal.
I've been just obsessed with him the whole time. Like, I'm like, oh, I just love you so much. Like, if I could zip down his skin and just jump inside him, I would. That's not normal.
How many years are you together?
16.
Fuck.
I know.
You know what I mean, guys? Like, it's mad that they like have that. Yous are very good though. Yous are very connected, and use you know what? Niall's communication is a different level.
Yeah, very good.
Like Niall needs to communicate. Like it's his core being,
and he loves it.
He loves a deep chat.
He loves a deep chat.
Like you could be just going to say, "Well, what's the crack?" and then you'd be talking about the deepest thing ever with him.
The DMCs.
Yeah.
Deep, meaningful conversations. That is Niall, honestly. And he's like that with everybody. It's not just me. It's all our friends. He's just...
And that is the
very
key.
Deep human, yeah.
Which is like... that's the key to like intimacy, really. Mm-hmm. And yous are always connecting and...
Improving.
Having the giggles. But, honey...
Yes, honey.
Let's see what you say in the third trimester.
Oh, wait, I'll keep you all updated, guys.
Let's just see...
We'll see how we go.
How that goes when everything is huge... and everything is
protruding.
That's exactly what I would say. Like, someone's trying to get out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think as the time goes on and you're coming to the end, I can imagine having sex and being a wee bit freaked out that there's a full formed human inside you. Like what?
Very freaky.
It is like the thought of it is a bit freaky, isn't it? Oh no. Cut.
Says too much.
We do say too much. That is evident. We need to
stop talking about sex now because we need to stop. Like, boyfriends are probably like, what the fuck?
I was like to my mummy, can you prevent Daddy from listening to the podcast?
Yeah. For sure. I really hope the boys don't listen to this.
They probably will.
Listen to it?
Oh, Nell will have that downloaded and listen to today, for sure.
Oh my God, no, I'm panicked.
Why?
I don't know. Sam doesn't listen. Sometimes.
That's okay, though.
Sometimes. So, he listens when he's on it.
He would listen if he knew what we were talking about.
I know. No, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because he listens when he's on it just for, you know, he wants to, like, listen to himself.
The wee boost. He wants the wee boost.
Yeah. But he's not really himself on the podcast, is he?
No, he's not.
People, explain.
He just gets on. I don't know, the wording and all that he uses. I'm like, that's not you, Sam.
That's not Sam. I tell him this all the time. I'm like, you're acting like there's 100 people, million people watching you, and you're going to get cancelled for every word.
But I get it.
He's very controlled. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, Sam, it's me and you here, we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
But he's like, in the interim of our relationship. I'm like, what did you just say? Yeah. And then he's like, and girls, if you're ever struggling, like, he's like going on, like, he's like, you know, like.
No, honestly, he cracks me up though. God bless him.
We got all your messages as well, and what we want you to do is we want you to go to our Instagram and put into, or you can just message the Sinead Says Pod. So we're going to have a section called Cravings, Crack and Confessions. So anything that we talked about, if you've got any craving, crack, confessions, any of the bits, we want to read them out and we want to listen and we want to like have you really involved in this series. But one of the questions, so we put up a question box and we're like, right, what do you want to dive into the podcast? And so one of the main questions was us being away from home and getting pregnant and how we feel about that. And are we going to move home in the future? You know, how do we feel about our kids being
Australian babies?
I know.
Aussie. Oi. Oh, where do we start with that one?
Well, I always thought you were going to go home.
I just kind of take this life year by year here. I can't give anybody a definitive answer because essentially what happened in my life last year sort of put a spanner in the works, and obviously I don't know how long is a piece of string. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. My hope would be to take the baby home once or twice a year if possible and sort of make those really amazing memories with my family members in those times. I love the lifestyle here. I think it's obviously a very bittersweet thing.
But we've also built our life here. Like I left Ireland when I was 18 years old. So even though I have friends there, like my true people that I built, like I went to university, made friends there, went to Spain, lived in Spain for 6 years, have really good friends from there, and then moved here like years and years ago and like built my life here. And Sam obviously built his life here. And that's kind of like the way, like if we went back now, everyone would be in a different stage than what we're in. But like I've never said never to like moving home or whatever, but when I was 18 I left, and I've never lived at home since, apart from COVID. And like I just could never see it right now. But a lot of people say when they have the children and they realize how hard it is, how expensive childcare is, like you have to pay for your schools here.
And I think there's the absolute village that you have at home. I don't think anything would ever compare to that.
I know.
That scares me.
Do you know, I seen someone the other day and they were putting up reasons to like go home or stay, and they were trying to do the pros and cons, and one of them was like, I have a birthday party for my daughter and like no one is a relative there.
Oh my God.
And like it's just her friends, and she's like, it makes me really sad. The whole day was so emotional because I thought about that. Like imagine like our baby's second birthday and it's just there's no relatives there. But like again what you said, I go home every year. Last year I went home 3 times. For me, I'm so blessed and so lucky to have the freedom with work to, and it actually is good for me to go home to do shows and to do retreats and whatever and do all that stuff. So I do have that opportunity where I can be home for like a few months a year. Whilst the hard thing is that Sam can't do that.
Yeah.
And it kills him.
You'll have to sort of navigate that between the two of you as the time sort of comes. I don't know. I just think it's such a hard thing to sort of answer because I don't even know how we're going to feel whenever the babies come. And
but we're lucky because we have
each other.
And like it's different because, but we're kind of a different level of close.
Yeah, we're like sisterhood.
Yeah,
like,
if you have those people that you just sit in the house and you do nothing with, that's kind of the people that you need around you and your baby, because you don't want people over visiting, giving you a cup of tea and leaving. You want people sitting down.
Or you having to like make them a cup of tea. You want somebody to come in and sort of clean your house and take over while you sit and cuddle the baby.
Yeah, well, you used to do that anyway. I don't even have a baby, so
I know, but yeah, I think the village thing will really be difficult for us, but I am so lucky that I have you and I have Sinead, and I feel like yous are sisters to me. And oh my God, I'm gonna cry. Oh, you can cry. You're emotional today. Oh, I think it's just because I think like, you know, like whenever my baby's born, that like none of my family's gonna be here.
I know, it's the worst. Like, it's such bittersweet because like, what do you do? Like,
holy shit. I mean, I know that my parents aren't able to come out, and I will be straight home with the baby as a newborn because I would never want my family to miss out on that at all. But yeah, I do worry about it. Oh my God, I don't know why.
I know. And then when you think about it, you just kind of like,
Yeah.
like,
And I'm so glad I have you and Sinead, because you are my sisters, and I know that you will be amazing relatives over here for me to have.
we're like,
God, this is a lot. It feels like a therapy session, babes.
we were talking about nipples a minute ago.
Wanker.
I just say that. Oh, it's like Donald Duck whenever I need to make you laugh.
You know when I said earlier about my hormones?
Yeah.
I think this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Like when I'm laughing so much, but see, as soon as I'm sad, I literally just burst into tears.
We need to just get you a wee cup of tea.
A wee cup of tea, yeah.
And a wee ice lolly.
A wee ice lolly. I'm obsessed with ice lolly.
We're obsessed with ice lolly.
But yeah, I just think I worry. I just worry a bit, but as soon as my baby is born, I will be home in the first stage of their life, and I will have those memories with my family. That's really, really important to me. And I know everybody will have different opinions and different views on things and traveling with kids and all the rest, but I just feel like in parenthood you sort of have to do what is best for you and best for your baby, and to me that'll be what will be best for us.
Yeah. Love that. Just take them. Well, me and Gemma have a 5-year plan, but we sometimes forget about that 5-year plan, that we're going to buy a house in Donegal.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love it so much.
Like, how amazing would that? Because someone says to me, "How are you going to keep your Irish heritage of like if your baby's going to live in Australia?" And I was like, "Well, for me, I go home every year for 2. I can just imagine bringing my kids home every year for 2 months, and they're like, oh, somewhere in Ireland, like that's like their thing. Like but then they have to go to school in July."
No, July is holidays.
At home though.
Oh. I think they would maybe only get like 2 or 3 weeks off.
Oh, right. Well, that's what I would want for them. And then Donegal, all the things. But obviously, like, hopefully
we'll work that out. We'll work it out down the line. I think if you're talking about like right now, what is our plans having these babies? When I look at the next sort of 3-4 years, it would be that we would probably get houses up on Gold Coast.
Yes.
And raise the families there together.
Yeah.
But also, so much is subject to change. Lots of things happen.
Yes.
And we just have to roll with it, play it by ear, and see what the crack is, and not put any pressure on ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we could... Do you think we should finish?
I think we should wrap it up there
'cause you're
before I
gonna
cry
cry.
again. We need your cravings, cracks, and
confessions.
confessions. Send them in, please.
Send them in.
Give us a laugh. I need to cry with laughter, not with sadness. Stop making me sad with these questions.
Okay, so... Right, we'll see you next week.
We will see you next week. And give us more feedback, guys.
Yeah, we
love to hear it.
Yeah.